Hi, my name's Matt. I'm the co-founder and director of Unbound Property Management. This is Dobby, our manager of staff wellbeing. Hey there, Dobby. And this is a video on what's required to pass a Healthy Homes assessment for your rental property. You've heard about it in the news, you've talked to family and friends about it. If you've been diligent, you might have even read up a little bit about it on tenancy services. Let's face it, the new amendments to the Residential Tenancy Act have caught landlords by surprise, and a lot have even sold up and said see you later to their rental investments. Now, we think that that's a little bit drastic, and with the right help and guidance you'll be all set to navigate these confusing challenges with ease. So that's what this video is all about. It's a quick informational video on what's required to pass a Healthy Homes assessment. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about dates. So if you have a rental property, it must comply with Healthy Homes standards by the 1st of July 2021. So that is for any new or renewed tenancy. So if you've got tenants currently in place and they are staying there long term on a periodic tenancy, your home will not have to comply until 2024. If you have a new or renewed tenancy after July 2021, then your home will have to comply. Okay, number one, let's get started. Heating. So there must be a fixed heater in the living room of your rental that has a capacity of at least 1.5 kilowatts. Now, the capacity must be sufficient for the size of the room, and there are some really handy calculators and tools online so that you can measure your space and make sure that it's compliant. Number two, insulation. Ceiling and underfloor insulation is necessary where reasonably accessible. If the underfloor space is inaccessible, or a part of the ceiling space is inaccessible, or if your home is on a concrete pad, then insulation is not required. Insulation is measured by R value, which measures resistance to heat flow. So, for example, in the Manawatu, a minimum of R 2.9 is required for the ceiling, and an R value of 1.3 is required for your underfloor space. Okay, number three, let's talk a little bit about ventilation. So your rental must have windows in all habitable spaces, so that's the kitchen, dining, living room, bathroom and bedrooms, and they must be able to be opened to the outside and fixed in the open position. On top of this, you'll also be required to have a extraction unit in the kitchen, so usually in the form of a range hood, and you'll need an extraction fan in the bathroom as well. So this all not only helps for a warmer and drier home, but it also protects your investment from dampness and mold. Number four, rental properties must have efficient drainage for the removal of stormwater, surface water and groundwater. Also, for the collection of water on the roof, you'll need to have gutters, downpipes and drains. If your rental has an enclosed subfloor space, you'll need a ground moisture barrier. This is a black polythene or plastic sheet which prevents moisture from rising up through the ground into your home. Last but certainly not least, number five, drafts. Nobody likes a drafty home, so you must make sure that your rental doesn't have any unreasonable gaps in the walls, windows, skylights or doors. If there are any unused fireplaces in the home as well, the fireplace or the chimney must be blocked off to prevent air from flowing into the home. A general rule of thumb is that if a $2 coin on its side fits into a gap, then the gap is too large. Now let's talk a little bit about getting certified. Once you have undertaken all of the work required to pass a Healthy Homes assessment, it's good to get a specialist company through the home to issue it with a certificate of compliance. That removes any liability from you, the landlord, if for some reason the house isn't up to Healthy Homes standards. And that's it. Now you know what's required to pass a Healthy Homes assessment. Not quite reason to get rid of your rental, right? Once you get all these sorted, you'll be compliant, preserve the longevity of your investment, and have happy tenants. Now you're all set to navigate these confusing changes with ease. Don't hesitate to reach out to us if you run into any trouble. We are available and more than happy to help.